Yeah, so I will talk about the MDM2 targeting in acute myeloid leukemia. MDM2 is a protein that controls the transcription factor called p53. It's a natural regulator of p53, and it targets the p53 for degradation. So basically, when there is a high levels of MDM2, which happens in acute leukemia, for example, p53 is being degraded, and one needs to know that p53 is really required for response, for example, for chemotherapy, because that's how the chemotherapy works for p53 induction. So there is a new class of drugs called MDM2 inhibitors that bind to MDM2 and prevent MDM2 p53 interaction, so that MDM2 is unable to degrade p53, and therefore p53 is being stabilized, and in theory it should kill the cell or get them into cell cycle arrest. So there are trials with MDM2 inhibitors. The one that I have updated here is a drug called idasanutlin from Roche. It has gone through the phase 1b type of studies as a single agent and in combination with the intermediate dose cytarabine in relapsed refractory AML. And there the response rate was 38%, and some of the responses were quite durable. So that transitioned into ongoing large phase 3 randomized double control study where idasanutlin is given again with intermediate dosing of cytarabine in patients with the relapse or refractory acute myeloid leukemia with certain characteristics. So this study is in the midst of the accrual, but it has passed the initial analysis by the DSMB board, and this analysis was very important because it showed that the combination with the idasanutlin was at least 2 times more effective than the placebo control. So there is quite a lot of enthusiasm for this particular drug in that setting. In addition, we are participating in combination of idasanutlin and BCL2 inhibitor Venetoclax. This is right now a phase 1 study that is being performed as multi-center, multinational trial. And at least in the latest cohorts, we see also about 30 to 40% response rate in elderly patients who have relapsed leukemia. So we're still working on that. It's still on the dose expansion, but we feel that this could be potentially highly promising.